Good evening, everybody, and welcome to wonderful Clearwater, Florida. And how did we get here? That's right, on this fine Tuesday night, I have got a panel of people that you are absolutely going to enjoy. My name's Antonio, a.k.a. Hey Dude, and I've got some cohorts right behind me to talk to you out there because this show is all about you and you right here in wonderful Webland. On my left, I have Anna Chaos. How you doing, Anna? Konnichiwa. And to my right, Andrew Reed, a.k.a. Mr. Mention. How you doing, Mr. Mention?
Holy Emmanuel, I giving thanks and praises always.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got more coming at you on this fine Tuesday night on www.talkslamradio.com. We'll be right back. Pause for the cause.
You're listening to TalkSlamRadio.com. From our studios to the world, we bring you the finest in quality entertainment. So grab a beverage, put out the Do Not Disturb sign, and settle in for another fine show from TalkSlamRadio.com.
We see you want to party tonight. Yeah, I got that. I'm gonna take you to your favorite spot. And we're gonna do all of that. It's all on me. Girl. Girl, get ready. We gonna party.
Yeah, I tell you.
Girl, get ready.
Get ready. We gonna party. That's right. We're gonna party right here on www.talkslamradio.com. The show is How Did We Get Here? And this show is all about you and you out there in Webland. That's right. Where we talk about everybody's adventure because everybody has a story to tell, and we try to bring it to you on this fine Tuesday night. Every Tuesday night, a matter of fact. Once again, I'd like to introduce you to my cohorts and all this wonderful deluge of fun. To my left, Anna Chaos. What's going on, Anna? Let's try. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, baby. And to my right, of course, Andrew Reed, a.k.a. Mr. Mention. What's happening, Mr. Mention?
Well, like I said, just giving thanks and, very happy to be here and, just
awesome.
Be a part of everything that's happening.
I tell you, definitely got a little crew going on here tonight. James Risher, a.k.a. Tow Truck, our in-house comic relief. We hope will pay us a visit this evening, and we hope everything's going okay out there. But tonight we've got a few topics to talk about. Usually we get underway by talking about some emails. Well, tonight I'm not going to be reading off emails. But if you do want to email me, you can at Antonio, the number one, Y, number one, at hotmail.com. You can contact me through that. Send me your emails, all your questions, whatever you want to talk about. I read them all. The good ones, the bad ones, the ugly ones. I don't care.
The good,
Just
the
email
bad, and the
them.
ugly?
The good, the bad, and the ugly. Yes, yes. And at this show, we have no... no bullshit detected. That is how we are right here, and how did we get here? All right, I'll tell you what. How's everybody been? How you doing this week?
I am tired. I've been moving all weekend.
Oh,
Everybody
you've been
knows I've
moving.
been moving. Oh, my God. Try to move a toy collector. We have a 10 by 30 storage unit filled to the rim, and our new place filled to the rim.
I'm sure. How was your holidays?
I spent it unconscious. It was great.
You spent it unconscious. That is the best way. That is for sure.
Well, you have to work just like a lot of people, I have to work my shifts all in stack in 3 days. So by the time I got to Thanksgiving, I was having conversations with people, and I'm like,
I've got a story to tell you. Mr. Mention, how was your holiday week?
Well, in Jamaica, we don't have Thanksgiving,
Right.
It's
You
Thanksgiving
give thanks every day.
Yeah, absolutely. But, like I said here, it kind of bring the families together, bring people together. So it was a blessing just to see, what's going
Now,
on.
depending who you are, that's a
thing,
blessing and a curse, because
the family member,
Well, for me, it was a blessing.
Well, good. Well, I'll tell you what, interesting. On this past Thanksgiving, I had a wonderful Thanksgiving actually. My family and a friend very dear friend, Antonio Ramirez, joined us for this Thanksgiving, and it was absolutely wonderful. We dearly miss you out there, Antonio, if you're watching tonight. And by the way, I'd like to give a shout out to Antonio Ramirez and Miss Paris Hilton. If you're watching tonight, a lot of wonderful things that I found out about you and all the wonderful things you do for so many out there. And we appreciate that here at How Did We Get Here, because everybody is all about being our brother and our sister's keeper. So that shout out goes to you, both of you out there. And you guys know Antonio. He was our entertainment guru. What a wonderful guy. You met him. Yeah,
he shall be missed, but hey, you know, doors are opening for him. It's like vaya con Dios, amiga. We love you.
I like that. I like that. Yep.
More progress and more blessing.
Absolutely. I have to say that for sure. And I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Tremaine from Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs. I hope you called in tonight again. Last week, you called up and said, my name's Mike. And I was like, okay, how you doing, Mike? Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Tremaine, you give us a call, because I'd certainly like to talk to you about Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs and see where you're headed. And, of course, if you have any questions for our reggae artist and writer, songwriter, and awesome musician, Mr.
I'm glad you mentioned that was a band, because my mind's going, that is the most crazy porn title I have ever heard.
Dude, I'm telling you, scary. And you know what? If you look up, for you folks out there, if you check out on YouTube, Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs, they are just outrageous. And they're just great.
Hey, somewhere
great
there's
musicians,
some market for,
man.
You know, Scary Black Cherry.
Great musicians out there. And of course, my shout out goes to Angel. Angel, how you doing out there, my brother?
Lion King.
Yeah, I tell you, the Lion. We proclaimed Angel Lion King. We're going to get him on the air. I assure you that I'll have him on the air. But definitely go out there and visit him on 4040 West Waters, and it's a lot of fun. Great shop I'm involved in, and we really enjoy it. But further down the line, besides the holidays, I've got something. Now, this is not a downer. I just want, because we are How Did We Get Here? What's going on with all the protests around the world? What is up with that, man?
Well, you know, I mean, realistically, you know, just say in the final days there shall be different things, and look towards the east from when comes thy help, you know. So realistically, you know, I mean, there's gonna be, I mean, look at how much earthquake and tsunami and
I know
different pestilence in diverse places.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
A lot of what's happening right now, I mean, unlike, 10, 20 years ago, people voiced, their opinion, but it would be like maybe 10 people to hear you. Yeah. Now you have the internet, where you go to Facebook, you make it, hey, we're going to protest together here, and all of a sudden, 15,000, 1,500 people show up. So,
it's time. It's time to for people to start unite and love one another and just live up. Just love one another, because you don't know what tomorrow might bring. You know what I mean?
I have to agree with you.
And there's some ugly stuff, especially in Egypt right now. I mean, the main guy proclaimed full power against the judges.
Morsi, yes,
man,
he did.
And people are pissed off.
Like I always.
Well, let's hope it's for the best.
Yeah, like I always say, we don't really know exactly what's going on.
We don't.
No. We only, we get. I have to agree that we get the mix up.
All I have to say is, like, listen, I know people out there's like, well, let those people blow. And so, listen, it's not the people that are trying to hurt other people that we're worried about. It's the women, children, people that have nothing to do with it that we do worry about. And, many prayers to them, whatever they believe in. But we wish them a lot of, safety, because not everybody does this. It's only a small percentage that does.
Yeah, and Mr. Mitchell, I mean, I'm sure you'll agree with me, especially on our show, How Did We Get Here? This is a lighthearted show, but of course it is How Did We Get Here? Absolutely. And that means how did we get here as a whole, as a society, individuals. So whenever we do touch on these subjects, if you want to chime in, please do give us a call at 727-597-4022. You can see it right here in front of me. And let us know how you feel. But all these things that are happening, and I have to say this, my love and my heart goes out to my brothers and sisters out there that just want to live. They just want to live. That's it. They want to live, and they want to have a democratic type situation, and I hope it works out for everybody. Yeah. So on that, me asking that question, wow, how did we get here? But as Mr. Mitchell said, and Anna Chaos said, it's just when you can't take anymore, you have to find some kind of release somewhere.
I mean, there's a lot of things happening all around the world. When is it enough?
Right.
When is the pressure too much for when mothers cannot feed their children.
Oh man,
when there's
is the
about
pressure
8 to 9
too
million
much for,
people.
you know what I mean?
Agreed.
There's a pressure, and when the pressure reach a certain climax, it bursts. I mean, that's it, and that's how human and pretty much everything that revolves around
I hate to
Earth
say,
is.
but it's going to get worse. There's 7 billion people on Earth.
But you know what though?
You know what though?
Once again, I'm going to say this back out to Miss Paris Hilton. This is a woman that is doing her very best with her wealth, with herself, that's trying to help these people. People don't realize how much this woman helps people. I mean, she really does help a lot of people, especially women and children. Mm-hmm. So my hat goes off to her, and lots of props to her. Heard some wonderful things about her through Antonio Ramirez. I have so much respect for her.
I will always say, when Paris Hilton see a need and she feel the need, may God bless her soul.
Yes.
And many more people who we have not heard of.
Exactly. Well, I have to agree.
Each and every one of them.
Well, it's just like with Hurricane Sandy. I mean, there's so many people that have coming out there, even war veterans from the Iraq-Afghanistan war, that were felt that they were like left. They were left. They came back home and they were like, wait a minute, I can put everything I learned to go help my brothers and sisters in Jersey, and they're out there. They're out there by the hundreds.
But they ran into a problem when a lot of electricians were going to New York recently, where they literally got there, and we know because we have friends that are electricians that went up there. They go, "Oh, if you want to come help us, you join the union or go home."
Oh my God, I
remember
heard that.
Yeah. So
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, like I said,
you're talking union, and people don't have heat for their children, food for their children.
But the government finally stepped in and practically told them, "Hey, fuck off. They're trying to fix a major problem."
Check.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear? Now, this is perfect, okay? Everybody's complaining, government's too big, government, until you need the government.
Yeah.
And then they stepped in, and now they're helping.
But it was ridiculous. It was an emergency that we're going up there to help people, which, let's face it, we've had people from up north help us down here all the time. We're Florida. We get hit by hurricanes all the time.
Well, it still go back to the fact, am I my brother's keeper?
Oh, yeah.
And that is what we need to realize,
That's right.
Where there's life, there's hope, and where there's hope, absolutely.
I have to agree.
It was ridiculous. I was
really
happy that the government just told them, "Hey, you need to, step off."
Yeah. Well, let me ask you both a question. Where is the most peaceful place in the world? Is there one?
Yes, man.
Tell me. I want to know.
You have to create it in your heart.
That I agree with. 110%.
That is
the most peaceful place.
Peaceful.
But where is there a place? There has got to be. Now I know the Buddhist monk up in the Himalayas live a very peaceful and blissful and enjoyed life the way they choose to.
Yeah.
But where is there a place that is peaceful in general?
I call it Lutz, Florida. You buy about 4 acres of land. You build your bat cave on the ground where nobody can find you. And you just build yourself a bunker and you never leave. That's true peace and tranquility.
But really, Mr. Manchin, you've traveled around the world, and we've had many conversations about all the wonderful places you've been. And out of the places that you've been, where would you say is one of the...
It's so different to say. It's really difficult to say.
It is different, but I mean just name a place from your heart that you know was commonly a good, peaceful place to chill out.
Boy, honestly.
Wow, huh?
Straight up. Everywhere I have been,
you hear that at home?
Treat me good.
If you know of a place.
Like I say, you have to travel.
Yes.
I
challenge everybody that's watching the show tonight. If you know of a place that's peaceful.
So the answer
tell us. I want to know.
Wherever Mr. Manchin is, within 10 to 20-foot radius of him, it is where all the peacefulness.
You know what? I have to admit. Okay. Again, now check this out. I kid you not. Between Mr. Manchin and Antonio Ramirez, I mean, these two guys. And here, I got a new word now. Chill.
Yeah.
Chill. That's Antonio. I'm not kidding you. Just chill. It's gonna be okay. Chill.
Hey man, in this line of work, I'm sure he's seen stuff.
Yeah,
so,
he's definitely seen some stuff, man. We definitely shared some stories. Yeah.
Chicken.
Yep. Okay, let's move on. Black Friday. Wow. What is wrong with these people?
I think what they say that almost $1 billion in sales on Black
Friday.
Friday.
It was over $52 billion.
Yeah.
$52 billion. And it just blows my mind when you're sitting there watching, since we've been doing the program, I have, and you all know this, since we've been doing a program, I have to watch as much as I can to absorb it due to the fact is that I want to know what's going on. But when I saw this cat at a Kmart in the middle of people, and there had to be some young kids and teenagers and some older people, and they were around this cat. And the guy turns around and says, "Man, if you guys don't stop pushing, man, I'm going to stab one of you guys." I'm like, my God,
dude,
it's stuff.
But
it's stuff.
Is this the first
You're going to
year?
stab some? I mean, if you already knew that you were going to run into this problem, but the threaten to stab, I mean, they got him right on the camera.
But this year, no Walmart employee got trampled to death. That's not a joke.
No,
it's a fact.
No.
It's a fact.
Check this out.
Yep.
Check this out. I do know, and I'm trying to think of who told me this. Somebody told me just this weekend over at the Ultimar Market that Tom told me that he got a call. Anna Chaos's husband, Tom, got a call in at the police station that said we have an emergency, and a kid will reach out for a game. They snatched a game out of his hand. The kid fell down and ended up, the ambulance had to come, and he had lacerations all over his face and everything else because other kids grabbed him, threw him down, took the game, but then everybody else trampled over this kid.
Yep.
We're talking a kid, not a teenager, a kid.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, I mean, like I said,
I'm not trying to bring everybody down. I just, it's just amazing that this stuff happens,
I can say, I mean, if you notice, I mean, it's just a certain level of comfort people get through having things.
Yeah.
And I mean,
stuff,
it
man.
becomes
It's just stuff.
It becomes very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, it sure does.
All right.
We got a call? All right, send him through. Hello, who's on the air?
Hello, this is Nicole.
Hey, how you doing, Nicole? Thanks for calling
in.
My new roomie.
What's that?
Yeah, hey.
It's my new roomie.
Oh, hey. How you doing, you roommate, Nicole? How are you today?
God bless you.
I'm glad you're doing better.
You're good. I like this voice. I'm good.
Now, Nicole, be honest.
So what's on your mind, Nicole?
When you say Black Friday, did you really mean Black Weekend?
Black Week. Was that crazy or what? What's your thought on that, Nicole? Since we're on that topic,
what now?
What's your thought on what we were just talking about? You chiming in on what we're talking about?
The whole employees killing the man on Black Friday.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. Tell us about it, Nicole. Hello?
But,
tell us about it. Yeah, tell us about it, Nicole.
Well, I mean, I honestly have a bit of a fear of Black Friday because it seems like every year now somebody's getting killed over merchandise.
We have to change the name, man.
So
Mr. Mention is asking you a question.
No, we're gonna have to change the name and probably call it purple or yellow.
I agree, something because it gives it's almost like it by naming it that everybody has the aggression.
You can always call it
everybody has that aggression.
Neutral weekend.
So what do you think of that? We're going to make a change. We're going to call it Purple Friday. But anyway, Nicole, continue on. What happened? Tell us about your story.
About myself?
No, well, you can tell us about yourself,
the Black Friday thing, Nicole. Tell us about the
No, I want to know about her.
Was she single?
Something funny.
That's good.
I actually found out that with Black Friday, originally it was later in the month. It was like the 1st of December. And I think it was Franklin Roosevelt changed it. So for a while they called Thanksgiving Franksgiving because then they changed the day of Black Friday after that.
Yep.
Wow. That, you know what? That means, are you a history buff?
A wee bit.
A wee bit. Well, I mean, a wee bit. I mean, remembering Roosevelt talking about the Purple Friday. We change it around here. So continue. Tell us more. I want to know more.
Well, I thought it was very interesting because apparently these big companies, I can't remember the full name of it, but they were saying, hey, you know, your economy is going to crash unless you let us sell our products faster, because there was a ban. They couldn't go into full holiday mode until after Thanksgiving. Yeah. So they were threatening him, you make Thanksgiving earlier so that way we can sell more crap.
Yeah.
More crap. I like that.
So it's like everything else, you know. It's like everything else was adjusted, all adjusted to.
It's like
to
the whole
fit.
engagement
But I mean, this
thing.
what's the word I'm looking for? Is the word is not stuff that I'm looking for. It's so it's materialistic. I mean, I know that our societies are, you know, we've all become materialistic in one way or the other. But to go ahead and continue on with all this insanity over stuff just seems really crazy out there.
Both
that's
Nicole
for sure.
and I could tell you we're both kind of tech junkies, and we'll tell you that a lot of the stuff that's getting sold on Black
Tech
Friday.
junkie. You like that?
Hey, man,
Tech junkie.
I gotta got my iPad. You know? But a lot of the
Well,
stuff
I don't even want to go there.
But a lot of stuff that they're selling, if you actually look at the flyers, a lot of it is stuff that's it's just outdated.
Right.
And people are killing themselves over outdated garbage. I was like, why? Why?
Right. Well, Nicole, anything else you want to chime in on this evening? I mean, you're more than welcome to call back 2 or 3 times or whatever you want if you feel like you have to say something.
I sent a silly little email.
Okay.
That said, I was distracted by Anna's big giant Godzilla.
Oh, my giant! Can you see my knocker?
You see that? You see the big Godzilla? Which Godzilla are you talking about?
Bum 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 bum. Gachira.
And I am your father.
Thanks for having me on.
Hey, you're welcome, girl. Cheers to you. Happy holidays and have a blessed one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I like that, though.
See, now, you imagine this, okay? So you have...
Are they made or are they real?
They're totally real, baby. Hey, plastic don't jiggle, sugar. It don't jiggle.
Oh, my God.
But you imagine, it's Tom, myself, and Nicole. And Nicole is just as bad as we are. We're living in the same place. So it's just laughter all day long. It's so much fun living there.
All right. All right. I'm going to ask you both. What do you hope for in the new year? These are my questions now. What do you hope for the new year? What's your hopefulness in the new year, Mr. Manchin?
Wow. I don't know. I mean, I guess it don't really matter what I hope for is what Jah going to give me.
Okay.
So I leave it totally up to Jah to give me whatever you have in store for me.
I can dig that. Anna? What do you hope for in
what
general?
Do I hope for?
In general, anything across the board.
Number one is house. We need a house. We have a large storage unit. We need a house. That's one.
Hey, anybody out there, if you're a realtor or a broker or something, and you have some properties in Tampa, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
they are looking to buy.
Yeah, we already got a realtor. Right? Got a realtor.
Turn them on.
Trouble. Anyway, so a house.
Turn them on.
Try to reestablish my business. I would love to, get back in my own entrepreneurship. I did it the first time on the Bruja Entertainment. And
I tell you, something is lurking in the night.
Yeah, so I miss
I'll be able to tell you about that
for
soon
myself.
enough.
So I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully, things with my parents get better. I always wish them good health, even though they drive me nuts, but I love them to death.
Sure.
And to keep Tom out of the hospital. I'm not doing 3 years in a row.
Oh, wow.
Always in the spring. I'm like, dude.
For sure.
I'm going to buy him the helmet, the bubble wrap. I'm going to have him like this.
Man, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you, for me, I was very blessed over the last month. And I hope that the new Year's brings all those things that I hope for, because by these things happening to me, once again, I'll be able to share with everybody else. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping, and I know that unity has happened, and some wonderful, wonderful things are going to happen for myself and anybody that's around me. is definitely going to
So
do better.
that means he's going to go out and buy 50 Powerball tickets. And when he wins, he's going to share the wealth.
You know the beauty about that is only one ticket going to win. You know?
Yeah, that's it.
500,000.
Right.
What is it? 500 million now?
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 500 million. All
Buy
right.
your
Next
tickets.
one. Jennifer Lopez. Here's another perfect example. Jennifer Lopez has a new show, and she is sharing her love with her friends on and in her show. And I just think that's cool, man. I mean, once again, here's somebody with power that says, you know what? I could bring in a bunch of other people, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to bring in my people that I know, that I've worked with, instead of following the lead of an agent or a promoter or something. Well, she put her foot down and said, no, we're going to do it this way.
Well, it's still boil down to if you don't
Brother's
know
keeper.
where you're coming from, you have nowhere going.
Right. You know,
so she have a history, and she doesn't forget those people who
there you go. Does not forget.
Had her back. You know what I mean?
That's right. Do not forget. And for everybody else at home in Webland, don't forget the people that have been there for you. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, I believe in karma, and but it puzzles me sometimes. Something bad will happen. Years after they did something wrong, and they sit there and they go, how could this happen to me? How could this happen? Well, do you remember what you did last year when you did this XX to somebody else? Well, it finally came around and knocked on your door. Hello.
Almost a bitch.
Yeah, so my hat goes off to Jennifer
But you know,
Lopez for doing
Jennifer
it.
Lopez is one of the. She finally broke the mold of entrepreneurship when it comes to the fragrances and stuff.
Right.
She actually earns the largest percentage from her perfume cards and everything. I think she gets almost like 20% instead of the 2 or 3% standard.
Right.
Awesome.
Well, okay. I don't mean to bring.
That's fine. Sorry.
I don't mean to bring up Miss Paris Hilton again, but she just recently was in Istanbul to launch off her new store.
Awesome.
And I think that's awesome that she's gone to some place like Istanbul and said, "Hey, here I am." 10,000 people showed up at the airport, but I mean, yet she flew out there to make sure everything was all right instead of sitting in an office somewhere and said, go ahead and do it. No, she got on her plane and flew out there and made sure everything was right. So I think that's really cool. High kudos to her.
Hands
on,
I
man.
think,
Hands on.
she learned from her earlier business ventures.
Yes. I absolutely agree. And another one. We all know 2.5 Men, Angus, who is Jack. I don't know if you've ever watched 2.5 Men.
I'm not a TV.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah. Well, last 4 months I've been in all TV. But 2.5 Men is throwing down with the producers, and he is now a born-again Christian. While he was on acid, God told him, God talked to him and through him and told him that the things that he was doing was wrong. Okay, now I was like, okay, did they say that right or didn't I hear it right? But Angus from 2.5 Men, God told him to quit doing acid and quit doing drugs and all this stuff, and now he's born again. But God spoke to him while he was on acid or after he was doing. I'm telling you what, the walls will melt when you're on acid. So I don't know where that came from.
I would hate to be around him now when he's having those withdrawals.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Jah is more powerful than you will ever think. So it's not for no one to judge and say.
No, I'm not judging. But what I'm saying is, and okay, let's take it to the.
Jah is more powerful than any drugs on the planet.
Absolutely, I agree. Now, let's take it another turn. When you do acid, there has been many experiments using acid for the benefit of people as a psychotropic drug. Okay. Even in the jungles of the Amazons, people go to the Amazon so they can get some form of the
sap.
acid. Yes,
it's called sap.
Sap. Yep. And so when they do that, they can reach back and reflect.
You have to understand that's a cultural thing. That's like a medicine.
So is it like their version of 5-hour energy over there?
No, it's like a cleansing.
Yes, it's a cleansing.
Oh, okay.
It's a cleansing.
I mean, you can't put that with man-made creation.
No.
Gotcha.
But you understand the correlation.
I understand, but I will always still say that Jah powers is more powerful than anything on this planet.
So when I'm going to let him explain it. Explain to everybody at home when you say Jah.
Is God, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, offspring of David.
There you go.
So it's a God. Some people call him Jehovah Jireh. Some call him Jesus, or whatever. I mean, he said, "Call me anything you want, as long as you give me the honor and respect."
I always find that no matter whether you are primitive or modern, you always kind of believe in something higher than yourself.
Absolutely,
it's really.
I was going to say that.
Well, a Jah is in everyone, you know.
Yeah.
So
it really
mean,
is.
that's why I'm telling you, your body is the temple of the Almighty. So Jah is inside of you.
It is. So
it's not so. You are your own consciousness.
Yes,
you know?
yes. So I have to agree with that.
Oh, my consciousness is tired. I'm in trouble.
Okay, all right. All right, here's a funny one. I don't know if any of you have seen this. I caught a show called Jail in Las Vegas. And have you ever caught that?
No.
Okay, it's just Jail. And then they film it in Las Vegas, in the area where they bring people in processing. Man, I'll tell you what, that is some wild stuff going on out in Vegas. I mean, to watch these people flip out, they're really drugged up or really drunk, and then they go in jail. But when I'm watching it, I'm like, my God, okay, you're acting this way. They're catching you on film. And when you get an opportunity to look at yourself without realizing that the camera is rolling, how would you possibly feel?
Not to mention,
because that's how crazy they have to strap them down in chairs, you know?
Well, I mean, anything in excess is not so good.
Yeah.
No, anything in excess. Too much coffee in excess is not good.
Well,
hey,
not
people
Cuban.
Not
Cuban. Not Cuban.
Cuban coffee is a coffee with a purpose.
But it's okay to get
You know what? Talking of that, we kind of segued into that without me realizing it. But tell them about Cuban and what the purpose is.
Well, the Cuban coffee, we actually just help children in the schools. We give scholarship to children all over the whole country.
I think that's so wonderful too. So
to help them in a way, and not only seeing what they need, trying to help them with what they need. So
absolutely.
It's just a great organization, So it's
I think it is also because
CubanCoffee.org. Check it out.
Yeah. When Mr. Mention actually brought that to me, I was like, I read all the literature and everything like that, and Cuban Coffee with a Purpose. And they really do take care of children by making sure that that children have a chance to get scholarships, to be able to get out there and go to college and learn a little bit more. So my hat goes off to Cuban. And Mr. Mention is their representative. He actually plays music for schools. Mm-hmm. He flies out to different states and gets the kids involved and lets everybody know about it. So I think it's a wonderful thing. It's also like it's another organization that Nolan Ray is very fond of, and that is the children. Nolan, I don't know if you can hear me. Please tell everybody about the organization that you work very closely with the children.
The name of my organization, the organization that we here support is an organization that I funded, that I started when I first started the company, called Foster the Arts.
I love it.
It's you can check it out at fosterthearts.org or fosterarts.com. We basically adopted the same ideologies as Big Brother and Big Sister.
Oh,
and we
that's
team
right.
up musicians and directors and filmmakers, artists and hip-hop singers. It doesn't matter what you do.
Sure.
We team you up with foster children from the ages of 11 to 18. Trying to teach them the art. You can be a pot maker or a painter. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
During our 1 year party, you saw we
donated.
Yeah.
Wonderful party.
Sam Ash donated donated a guitar to a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
I know, that was great.
And we hooked her up with the guitar lessons.
I know, I remember that. I was just that was just so cool. And Nolan,
that's awesome.
I mean, my hat goes off to you also because
enough respect.
Yeah, I love that. Foster the children, because we have to foster we have to foster the children.
It's always a shame that every time they do cuts in education, it's the arts and music that goes first, and they don't realize it's not just sports. Okay, sports is great to keep the body, but music and art is good for the mind.
But see, then you have people like Nolan Ray. He is the owner and operator here at www.talkslamradio.com, and he's completely full blown with foster children. And then you find gentlemen like Mr. Mention that are all in with Cuban Coffee with a Purpose. So, it's all good. It's all good, man. It's a good thing. So definitely check that out. Cuban Coffee with a Purpose.org. Okay, here's another funny one. I saw a lady I understand phobias out there. If anybody is watching it has a phobia, call in 727-597-4022. I want to hear about your phobia. But I saw a lady that had a phobia about cats. She actually got stuck in her car and was screaming for somebody to come help her get out of her car because there was a cat 20 feet away from her. Wow.
I am terrified of heights, and I'm claustrophobic, so I have to get plastered if I have to fly.
Wow.
Because if you
well, see, I understand, but a cat was like 20 feet away from her, and she was screaming like somebody was strangling her.
Well, there's a saying that if you don't know, every man believes that his burden is the heaviest.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you just don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's something that I've always said. This is my own philosophy. If I was to take all three of us and we were to take our pointer finger of the left hand, and we all had a razor in our right hand, and on a count of three, we cut ourselves in the same place at the same time with the same razor, each one of us is going to have a different pain. That's why I never say, I understand what you're going through, because you don't. Each individual has, and my philosophy is, you just cannot monitor like that.
It depends how deep you go. Obviously, if you go deeper.
I mean, even if I agree, but even if it was deep or shallow or whatever, we all have our own pains, even if it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I've got Mr. Mention off to my right side, and I think it's time for a little bit of music. How about you at home? Right now, Mr. Mention, what are you going to play for us?
I don't know. I heard Anna talking today that she moved, and and I'm happy she's there. And sometimes you're at work, and even sometimes things don't go right even on the work. So you gotta kick back. And sometimes I go home and I sing my little song. So I'll just sing this one. This one is gonna be on the new album anyway.
Excellent.
Okay.
So
what's the name of have you named it yet?
If I Feel Like This Tomorrow.
Ooh, I like that. If I Feel Like This Tomorrow. Kick back, folks. Check it out. Andrew Reed, a.k.a. Mr. Mention. Oh, yeah.
If I feel like this tomorrow, I'm gonna make my getaway. If I feel like this tomorrow, I'm gonna make my getaway. Making my getaway. All my neighbors, those lying people, tell lies on me. They mean me pure doggone shame.
Doggone shame.
Now that I'm leaving, tell them get out of my way. Now that I'm leaving, yes, I'm leaving. Tell them get out of my way. Why? I'm like a bulldozer. Tell them stay out of my way.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, folks, enjoy it.
Now that I'm leaving, tell them get out of my way. Now that I'm leaving, yes, I'm leaving. Tell them stay out of my way. Why? I'm like a bulldozer. Tell them stay out of my way. No, if I feel like this, stay out of my way. Know if I feel like this, stay out of my way.
Good song, man. Good song.
Yo,
a lot
dog.
of feeling.
Get out of his way.
I know. Get out of his way. Get out of my way. Oh, yeah, baby.
You know what I say after that? Because there's a cheeseburger on the other side.
Get out of my way. I like that. Get out of my way.
Get
There's
out
a
of my way.
cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger over there.
That's funny. I'll tell you. But I often say this. I wish you folks would be right here in the studio with us when he plays, because it's just so heartfelt. And the whole room vibrates.
Well, the beauty
when he does
about it is that they can all get the opportunity to come and hear me live on the 22nd of December at the Jerk Center.
Yay.
And we're going to
Tarpon
have
Springs.
in Tarpon Springs, right, alternate 19. I mean, as of from next week, we're gonna have the flyer up, and we're gonna have everything going. Sure. So, I mean, we're gonna have fun, man. Come out. We're just gonna have a good time, and
That's
we have good Jamaican food there. So
it is
come out,
very good.
Have some good time. Bring out the whole family. We have kids performing this year, so.
Yeah, you were telling me all the different things, man, and I mean, it's just awesome. And I really appreciate you asking me to. Master of ceremonies
Absolutely.
that night. I really appreciate that.
And it's free, people, so come on out.
Right. How can you beat that? If you are
come on out.
If you're in the vicinity, 50 miles radius or whatever, come visit us.
On
Tarpon
out.
Springs, Florida. You take US 19 north to Tarpon Avenue, follow that all the way down to alternate 19, take a left. Man. It's only a quarter of a mile off of Tarpon Avenue. So from US 19 to the Jerk Center, it'd take you no more than 5 minutes.
There's a lot of people Googling that right now. It's like, what the hell's Tarpon Springs?
There you go.
But I'm looking forward to just really, really communicating and loving the people through music.
Absolutely.
And giving them my all. So
and I gotta tell you, if you used your iPhone map, don't. I gave up
time
on
for
that
pop
thing.
culture. Time for pop culture. As you can see, Godzilla here, Anna Chaos. Tell us about the pop culture.
What I got today? There's so much good stuff today.
What do you got, baby?
Now, MySpace is back.
It's back, MySpace. Oh
yeah,
my
most
God.
people are going, what the hell? MySpace is totally back, and what it is Justin Timberlake, who recently just played the role of the owner of Facebook on the network? We all know it as the Facebook Me. I can't remember his name.
The network. What was the name of that show?
No, it was a movie.
Yeah, it was a movie. What was it called, though?
The network or something like that. I can't remember.
I think it was something like that. Right.
But anyway,
right.
we'll call it the Facebook movie.
Okay, the Facebook movie.
Okay, but anyway, he just bought MySpace for $35 million, which is actually chunk change.
That's nothing.
Yeah, considering the fact that
who bought this?
Justin Timberlake.
Really?
Yes, he just bought it. It's been in the news all
That is
afternoon.
pop culture right there. What's happening in the turn of events?
So it's been interesting because I remember a couple years back, I think it sold for close to $1 billion. The company is called News Corp. And they were hoping to get $100 million, but sorry, $32 million is it. Sorry.
Yeah, $32 million. Wow. So he's going to relaunch it and do some good stuff.
Yes, and he's hoping that it will be a better way for artists to be able to pretty much contact with their fans. It's not like this.
Oh, okay. All right. Very cool.
So it's going to change the whole interaction, which will be a great competition for Facebook, who's done that. Gosh
I
darn,
agree.
Timeline, which I still do not like. I'm sorry, Facebook. I don't like your timeline.
All right. What else you got?
All right. South Korean rapper Psy, who does Gangnam Style.
Oh, I was gonna say that. Go Gangnam Style.
Just beat Justin Bieber in your face.
Ooh, wait. What's going on? Gangnam Style and Bieber? Bieber. I'm saying Bieber.
No, he didn't physically beat him, but he beat his pride. He just recently won the most watched YouTube video at 825 million views versus Justin Bieber of 805 million. So
that's no different. I mean, we give thanks for both of them. You know what I mean?
It's entertaining. That's for sure.
I'm sorry. I'm a little sick of staring at Justin Bieber. He looks like a chick to me. It's just me. It's just me.
Well, like I said, to each his own, because obviously he works hard to get there.
Oh yeah, he does.
You know,
they all do. They all do. But I mean, I'm not his demographic. I'm a 30-year-old woman.
Right.
So I'm not his demographic.
All right, next.
All right.
Gundam Style.
If you like Southern Living magazine, guess who is the new editor for Southern Living magazine? Can you guys guess?
No.
It is Jenna Bush Haggard, the daughter of President Bush.
Really?
The party animal has finally gotten a regular job like the rest of us.
Wow.
So she is the new editor for Southern Living. Now, a lot of you guys went to Black Friday. Congratulations to you ventured out. I didn't have the goals to do it. And you might have noticed
Not
if you go...
for me, baby.
Yes, and if you go to a specific retailers such as Home Depot or Abercrombie and Finch, you might have noticed something new when you were checking out that you are allowed to pay with your PayPal account on the store. Okay, that's because PayPal is pretty much now gearing towards having in the store payment. So instead of you having to whip out your credit card and be paranoid that somebody's stealing your number you use your PayPal account and you get that protection.
Wow.
So you shall be seeing more PayPal transactions in the near future.
Cool.
Now, talking about charity.
Yes.
Brad Pitt. Okay, this is really sweet.
I heard. Okay. I heard something about this.
This was a very sweet story. He donated the money that he had. He was currently on the set of filming World War Z. When a woman by the name of, let me see if I can find her name.
I heard about this, man.
Tricia Wilson Hughes. She was currently trying to acquire donations for the UK Saffinon General Hospital Neomel unit. And Mr. Pitt donated $1,100 on the spot, and what he told her is to the bodyguard.
Didn't he do that live? I mean, like just spontaneous thing, and he just gave it to her.
Yeah, it's just spontaneous. The lady approached the bodyguard. She was trying to get donations.
I think he gave it to her cash.
Yeah, it was cash.
Yeah.
It's
just tell me, Brad Pitt just gave her, cash and said, "Here."
And he said,
"I agree with paying right out front."
He said he regretted the fact that he didn't have more to give. He's like, he's heard about the charity.
See, I love
he was
people
very
like that,
thrilled.
man.
So
you know what? If you have, share, it will come back. It will always come back to you.
Well,
I'll tell you,
him and Angelina Jolie are huge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at their family now. I mean, my God, they're taking so many kids in and taking care of them.
Kid number 20 now?
I know. I tell you, I want to be one of their kids. No, I'm just joking. Let me, we're going to get back to Anna Chaos here. What we have going on here is... Oh, no. TalkSlamRadio.com is throwing a Christmas party. That's right, Talkwad Network, where the Zone Lounge, and that is at 121 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, Florida, 34689. Everything I'm telling you, you can watch again to get all the addresses correct, but that's at the Zone. Again, in Tarpon. Tarpon is happening. Okay, when? December 15th, the party starts at 7 p.m. Free admission. Again, free admission. Featuring live performances by Simply Abigail, which is awesome, great music, Levi Metamagu, and Floyd Dussum. So you want to check that out. And a costume contest for Best Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, and Elf. Okay?
Meaning Santa Claus... A lot of slutty Mrs. Claus and a couple of slutty elves.
I tell you, who knows? That's going to be a great thing.
They're all slutty.
And then we have potluck. Please bring your favorite dish to share with everybody. I love these kind of ideas. We would love to meet your family and friends. So yes, it is a family and friend event that is in Tarpon Springs at the Zone. Christmas party put on by Nolan Ray and his staff here at Talk Slam, TalkWadRadio.com. So you definitely want to check that out. And once again, if you want to replay the show, you can to find out all this information. And also in Tarpon Springs on the 22nd, the 22nd, which is 1 week after the Christmas party, you have another free event in Tarpon Springs at the Tarpon Springs Jerk Center, which is a great restaurant. Free music, free dancing. I mean, just enjoy yourself type of party. everybody. Mr. Mention is the headliner for that show, and I'm telling you, he plays his music here. I have seen him live. When he is on stage, you cannot contain this man. That is how wonderful it is. It's just he just exudes all that energy out to everybody. That is for sure. So 2 parties. Anna, what else you got? You got big Godzilla.
Okay, this is what
Godzilla.
This is a
That's
Kyoto.
wonderful, man.
A Kyoto Godzilla model kit. Believe it or not, this is actually a model kit. This is the second largest model kit. This is only 1 out of 150th scale. The largest one is 1 out of 60, actually 80th scale. And it's about, that one is about 3 feet tall and 6 foot long.
Wow.
All right. It is a piece of beauty. So this is the second one. We're pleased with this. After House, we might upgrade to the other one. This is based on the 1954 version of Godzilla. This was released in the mid to late 80s. I'm going to safely assume this is the 1989 edition of this model kit.
It's wonderful, man.
And if you ever decide to
it's
do
3 foot tall and
well, this one's the second smallest. The big one is 3 foot tall and
wow.
6.
No,
yeah,
that's about it's about 2.5 foot tall.
It's 2.5 foot tall. 3.
I mean, the tail goes. Hold on, let me do this right.
Just be careful with the tail. See Antonio, see the Godzilla. See Antonio, see the Godzilla. Antonio Godzilla. Antonio Godzilla. Now, if you ever get into building these sets, I will tell you right now, they are not cheap. They are time consuming, but they're a lot of fun. If you tend to have clumsy family members that like to take pieces, don't build it near them. Most of these come anywhere between 50 to 60 pieces, and you have to paint them, so they're buckets of fun.
Godzilla.
So, but they are worth it. They're great exhibition pieces.
I am your father.
What up?
What? Anyway, that's really awesome.
Yeah, so
she always brings in all these cool things and talk about cool things. Folks, I tell you what, it is Christmas, and every Friday at Oldsmar Market at 3D West, that's Building D, Building D, booth number 3, West, 3D West at Oldsmar Market. I have a toy shop and collectible shop and all kinds of vintage cool things. I have nothing in that store that is new. Everything I have is 5 years older or back all the way to the 30s. I've got stuff from 1930 all the way up to about 2005. Anything new, I don't carry.
He's got a lot of Hot Wheels, so you like Hot Wheels, buy Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels, action figures. I mean, you name it, I got Captain Action, Batman, Superman, you got it all. And we just found out from James Risher, a.k.a. Tow Truck, he had a flat tire on his motorcycle, so that's why he was not able to make it. What a bummer.
I tell you, every time we don't hear from him, we get worried now. We're like, is he okay? Is the family okay?
Right. I tell you, something's always happening. I've got 10:23 on my cell phone, but it seems like we've only got 3 minutes left or something like that, 2 minutes left. I'm kind of scratching my head why we got the high sign for 3 minutes. But anyway.
So how do we fill it in?
I know. How do we fill it in, right?
I can jump up and down.
Once again, folks at home, I want you to know that if you want to be on our show, and next week we have Swiya Mohammed, author and lecturist, will be on our show talking about her journey. And we had some emails to try to get that lady back on. She will be back on next Tuesday night, and we'd love for you to join us. And once again, folks, please do try to call in if you want to, and we want to hear from you. Or email me, once again, at Antonio, the number 1, Y, the number 1, at hotmail.com. I promise you I'm going to make that email a lot shorter so everybody can remember. But once again, you can rewind us and watch this show again. Anna, how would you like to say goodbye to everybody at home?
See ya.
See ya. Mr. Mention.
Giving a shout out to Bongo Chili. As he talked to the youth, he says, I man say rise up. Time to rise up. Open your eyes up. Young man, it's time to wise up. Give thanks and praises. Always.
Man, I'm going to start motorboating the camera. I can't beat that. Okay? Right on the camera.
All right. On behalf of myself, Antonio, a.k.a. Hey Dude, and if you want to know why it's Hey Dude, because it's Hey Dude.
Yeah.
We'd like you all to have a blessed evening. Tune in next Tuesday night, 9:30, right here at www.talkslam radio with How Did We Get Here and my cohorts in action. Peace, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Stop.
You want to do?
Oh, it's